furious. He tells Goku, "You don't know your own son." He's frustrated that Goku would gamble on Gohan's power instead of just finishing the fight himself. From Piccolo's point of view, this felt like Goku abandoning his duty as a father and throwing his kid into a deadly situation, not just for Gohan, but for the world. That's a heavy accusation, and Goku doesn't argue back much. But here's where the contradiction kicks in. Remember how Gohan even got to this point in the first place? Let's go all the way back to the Saiyan saga. After Goku dies fighting Raditz, Piccolo takes Gohan to train him. And let's be real, y'all. Using the word train is definitely generous. What really happened is he dropped a 4-year-old kid off in the middle of nowhere and told him to survive alone for 6 months. Barely had supervision, really had not much gear, and really no help. He really just had giant dinosaurs and hopefully the will to survive. And for me, that's not really tough love. That's survival horror for a toddler. And then when that's over, Piccolo trains Gohan by beating him down over and over and over again, trying to force him to unlock his power. Does that sound familiar to y'all at all? Because that's exactly what Goku did, but with Cell instead of himself. He believed Gohan had potential and wanted to give him the push to access it. The only difference is the stakes were higher and it was televised by Cell's weird camera drones. I think a lot of people give Piccolo a pass because of how much he's grown since the Saiyan saga. By the time we got to Cell, he already loves Gohan like family, so when he's yelling at Goku, it feels protective, like he's standing up for someone he helped raise. But just because your intentions are good now doesn't mean you didn't have the same thing in the past. Piccolo helped shape Gohan into a fighter. That same emotional trauma he accused Goku of, Piccolo helped create it back when Gohan was still scared of butterflies and crying over apples. Plus, Piccolo trained Gohan for the same reason Goku trusted him against Cell, because they both knew Gohan had insane potential. They both believed in him and they both pushed him hard. The only difference is how the moment played out. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Neither of them were totally wrong. Goku definitely misread the moment. He saw Gohan's power but not his hesitance. And that almost cost everyone their lives. But Piccolo, he acted like Goku was crazy for thinking Gohan could fight when Piccolo had already trained him to be a warrior. It's like he forgot the Saiyans ever happened. I think Piccolo's anger came from fear more than logic. He didn't want to see Gohan pushed to that limit again, and he knew how much trauma Gohan had already carried. But from a storytelling angle, both Goku and Piccolo helped build Gohan into the person who would eventually go beast mode. Gohan's story doesn't exist without both of them putting him through intense pressure, even if it wasn't fair. So next time you rewatch the Cell games, pay close attention to that moment where Piccolo goes off on Goku. It does hit hard, but it also feels like it's coming from someone who forgot their own past. Piccolo raised Gohan like a soldier. Goku trusted him like a warrior, and somewhere in the middle of all that, Gohan found his own strength. But what do you guys think? Was Piccolo right to call out Goku, or was he just feeling guilty about how he trained Gohan back in the day? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I know some of y'all will side with Piccolo and some will defend Goku. And that's what makes these conversations super fun with y'all. But thanks you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.